Stop thinking that just because some people are full-time podcasters, stop thinking that you have to become that, or you have to shoot for that, or you have to become this top-rated show in order to have it be worth starting a podcast to begin with. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Freestyle Friday, where it is just me, you, and the mic. And I guess now there's a camera in the room, so if you're listening to this in your car or something like that, just know that a lot of these episodes I'm putting up over on YouTube, so you can go check those out at travischappell.com/YouTube, especially because some of these have a little bit more visual things added to them for the purpose of YouTube. So travischappell.com/YouTube, you can go over there and check that out. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 3 different types of podcasters. There's a big misconception with people when I ask them why they don't have a show, because a lot of people are just telling me, well, I just don't have the time and attention to focus on something enough to blow it up and become a top podcaster. And my biggest thing that I would say to you is not everybody is going to become a top podcaster, and not everybody needs to or has to be a top podcaster. If that's your goal, then great, do it. But don't let that stop you from starting a podcast just because you don't intend to, on being the next Tim Ferriss or Joe Rogan or Gary Vaynerchuk. Those people are top influencers and they make great businesses out of that, but that does not have to be what you do. So I want to highlight 3 different types of podcasters and go over those. But really quickly, if you have not done this yet, be sure to go over to buildyournetworklive.com and grab a ticket to my event. It is selling out pretty quickly, and this is one of those events that is not one that we can go back and ask for more room, because Topgolf in Vegas has a very limited capacity. They're already giving us their biggest meeting space that they have available, and there is literally nothing that we can do once it's sold out. So make sure you don't hesitate. Go over to buildyournetworklive.com and grab a ticket today. So really quickly, the first or the 3 types of podcasters. The very first one, and I don't know if you can see this if you're watching this, but I've written them all out right here. The very first one is the person who is trying to become a full-time podcaster. So this is the person that everybody thinks that they have to be when they start a podcast. So this is what I call the full-timer. This is where I fall into play. This is when I started my show. This was the goal from the beginning, and this is what I've been able to do. Now I've been being a full-time podcaster for about a year now, which is pretty crazy for me to think about. But that is something that everybody thinks that they have to do this if they are going to start a podcast. So like, well, I don't do things halfway, and I'm going to be the best of the best if I'm going to do it at all. And like, I get that mentality, but there are a couple of ways to do it if you're not looking to be this type of podcaster. So the number 2 way is to attract customers into your business. And this is what I call the lead gen-er. So you have the full-timer and you have the lead genner. So the lead genner is really just somebody that's starting a show to bring more quality customers, clients, leads into their business. So let's say you are a real estate agent and you are doing work in the Dallas, Texas area. So if I were you, what I would do is I would go out and I would start a podcast, and I would become the business owner's real estate agent. And that's what I would do. And that's so I would start a local podcast that focuses on local events and local things. And I would go around to all of the local business owners and I would interview them on my show and offer to give them exposure into their business. That's what I would do. 100% hands down. That's what I would do if I were in your position. You are probably not going to get nationally ranked with a show like that. You're probably not going to get 1 million downloads a month. You're probably not going to get 10,000 downloads a month. But the people who do listen are going to care about what you're doing because it's in their local area. And you're mainly doing it to build good relationships and build goodwill with the people that you're connecting with and bringing onto the show. So if you're in real estate, you're a lender, or you own a social media marketing agency, whatever it is, if you're working with local businesses, small businesses and things like that, then start a show that centers around those people, and to where the people that you're interviewing might not just be people that are adding value to your audience, but the people that you're interviewing might actually be your ideal client that you want to attract into your business. And they say the more hands that you shake, the more money that you make, and the more people that you talk to, like the more income is going to come into your company, into your business, whatever that might be. So if you are the guy that is really well known with all the local business areas, or you are the girl that knows all of the names of the top realtors in that region, and you're a lender, then why wouldn't you be the person to get that business? You will become more of a commodity because people are buying you. People are buying your time when you're a solopreneur. They're not just buying a product or service from you. So you might be a lead generator instead of a full timer, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's a great tool. It's a great resource. It's a differentiator. Allows you to be different in the marketplace, and it might be a fantastic idea for you. So consider possibly being a lead generator. And then lastly, we have the network builder. The network builder. So this person is somebody that podcasts just to build your network in your niche. So whatever it is that you do, you have your own vertical, you have your own niche, whatever that thing is. Okay. If let's say you're a dentist, you own a dentistry or maybe some sort of, healthcare practice or something like that. So if you want to become an expert in that niche, if you want to become somebody that's has high credibility, maybe you're just getting started in the industry, but it's something that you really want, that you're going to be doing for a long time, that you really want to do, then starting a podcast and literally don't ever even look at your numbers. The numbers don't matter. Don't even look at your numbers. Don't worry about the metrics. Don't worry about the listens. All you need to worry about, all you need to focus on is using your podcast as a tool to connect with the top people that are in your space. That's it. That's literally your only job as a podcaster at that point. So look, your main business would be your main business. Your podcast wouldn't even be necessarily a tool for lead gen. It would mainly just be a tool that would allow you to get the ear of somebody who may not give you the time of day otherwise. It is one of the best value-adding excuses that I've ever had to connect with people that normally would not be able to take the time out of their busy schedule to connect with me. But because I have a podcast, because I have something that adds value, because I have a platform, they want to share that platform. So stop thinking that just because some people are full-time podcasters, stop thinking that you have to become that, or you have to shoot for that, or you have to become this top-rated show in order to have it be worth starting a podcast to begin with. Like, doing any of these three things is better than not doing anything at all. And you're going to differentiate yourself wherever you are, and you might just become the person that's really well known in that space. So look to become a full-timer, a lead generator, or a network builder, but do something. Start a show about something. Build a platform around something. Maybe it's not a podcast. Maybe it's a meetup. Maybe it's a live event. Maybe it's a YouTube channel. Maybe it's an Instagram or IGTV show or Facebook show or a Facebook Live or LinkedIn Live or whatever it is. Create some sort of content, and don't be so focused on the fact that like maybe you're not ever going to be a top podcaster. Be more focused on the fact of like maybe this is the perfect way for me to attract my ideal client into my business, and the perfect way to build a network. Stop worrying about the numbers and focus more on the people and the potential that this has to differentiate yourself in the marketplace and become the best of the best in your industry. So regardless of which of these you want to choose, you are definitely going to want to get somebody to help you through the process, because while this is a great brand builder and a great credibility play, if you do it the wrong way, it can actually be a negative effect on that. I actually, one time I got this book. Somebody gave me a copy of their book. And when she gave it to me, I was immediately not super impressed with it, just because the cover was really pixelated. The picture that was on there was really pixelated, and the cover was poorly designed. It was a paperback. You could clearly tell that it was self-published and not self-published super well. But I was like, hey, whatever. I like this person. I'll check it out. And then I opened up to the first page of the book, and in the first line there was a glaring grammatical error, and it immediately turned me off to reading the rest of the book, because I was like, if this is the type of craftsmanship, if this is the type of work that went into this book, then I'm probably not going to be able to look past that for the content in this book. So the bottom line is what I'm getting at there is some of these platform builders, these credibility tools, can actually work against you if you do them in a really incorrect way and don't put a good amount of effort into them to get them going. So I think that they're 100% worth it if you do them, but make sure if you do it correctly. And so I do have a workshop actually that's coming up September 28th and 29th, 2019 out here in Las Vegas, where I am helping a few people, just a small group of people, with how to create launch, grow, and monetize your very own podcast. So if that's something that you might be interested in at all, head over to travischappell.com/coaching. Regardless of if you want to be a full-timer, a lead generator, a network builder, whatever else you might want to use this for, make sure that you're doing it the right way. Make sure that you're not one of the 90% of podcasters that don't make it past episode 11, and come out and meet me in person, and let's work on building your podcast together. That's travischappell.com/coaching to apply for that workshop. And maybe I'll see you out here in Vegas really soon. Well, that's it for today's show. Make sure that if you're checking this out, head on over to iTunes, open it up, subscribe, leave a rating and review, or if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a comment or two. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll reach out. I would love to connect with you one-on-one at some point in the future. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.